Hi. So during the 2019 COVID lockdown, I started to get into vintage clothing. I brought my first clothing item during that lockdown. Before that, the only experience I had with vintage or thrifting was probably wearing my dad's shirt, taking one of his old shirts and just putting it on. So I just thought I'll showcase everything that I've brought since. So it's been a couple of years now. It's been like 3, 4. It's been about 4 years since buying. Most of my collection is winter wear, which I shouldn't really be trying on now since it's almost 30 degrees outside, but we go. So I'm going to split this into 3 categories: brought online, clothing that I've brought online, clothing that I've brought in person in shops or like kilo sales, and 3, my dad's clothes that I took, the hand-me-downs. So starting off with the items I brought online, the first piece that I've brought is this. This is a red jumper, zip-up jumper with a collar. It is Ralph Lauren polo. It's got this patch on the arm. It writes RL92 on it. So I'm assuming this is from 1992. I don't know, just a guess. This was actually the first thing that I've brought. This is what started it off. This is the first thing that I brought during lockdown. I've worn it a couple of times, especially during the winter time. It's quite woolly, quite thick. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Keeping on the theme with jumpers and sweatshirts and everything, I've got more. I've got quite a few, to be honest. So this is a vintage Tommy Hilfiger jumper. Really thick. It's quite big. It's an extra large, but dark red, burgundy, maroon, whatever you want to call it. Wearing this is a bit difficult because it's heavy and it's quite big. It kind of like droops, so you just have to constantly pick it up from the shoulders. But other than that, it's good. Another oversized jumper that I have is this. It's another polo Ralph Lauren. This is the sport. This is from their sport range, the Polo Sport. As you can see, it's a green and blue checkered pattern. This one is an extra large, but for some reason it fits larger than the Tommy Hilfiger, the red one, the dark red one. This is a lot thinner, so I'd say I wear it a bit more than the Tommy Hilfiger one, since that's really thick. But this is huge. This no way fits as the extra large. This label here is it says extra large, but it fits more like a double XL, triple XL. I think even my dad could wear this. The next piece within my collection is this Guess jumper. Guess jeans. It's like a wolf grey. It looks much brighter on the camera than it does in real life. It's like a dark grey. I think this was a medium or a small. At the time I brought it, it did just fit me, but as of now, I have no idea. I think it's gonna be a bit small for me. Maybe a bit cropped, which I don't mind. I haven't actually put much wear into this. I might have to, depending on how it fits. Because like I said, I haven't worn this for quite some time. I have a feeling it might be a bit small for me now. Even more jumpers. So this is like a wool knit jumper. I did not buy this. This was a Christmas gift from my sisters. Yeah, since they know I actually like collecting vintage clothing. But I've slowed down a bit. But it was a nice gift. It's multicolored, striped, thin. Because it's woolly, wearing it without a t-shirt underneath does get a bit itchy. It's that itchy type of wool. Yeah, I've worn this winter times again. I like it's cozy, it's comfortable. It fits. I think it's an extra large. It fits. It's a large, so it fits a bit baggy. I like it. Key theme: I like things that fit me larger than it should. I like things that are like larger than my size. Another Christmas gift from my sisters was this quarter zip jumper. It's a vintage champion in the cream color. I think this is a large as well. I've worn this a lot, especially around uni. Pull down the zip, turn it into like a low collar, comfortable, cozy. Ideal for the UK winter because it gets really cold. The last of the jumpers is actually one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite pieces from my collection. It is this vintage Ralph Lauren jumper in orange. I roll up the sleeves a bit because it does run a bit long. I think this is a large. It's an extra large. This is an extra large, but it fits a bit more like a large. I really love this piece. I really do. I've got the most compliments on this as well. Some logoing on the side. Yeah, it's just a good quality jumper, and it's orange. You don't see a lot of people wearing orange, so it does strike the eye a bit. I like it. I like this a lot. That was the last of the jumpers. Now I got some like wearables, like trousers. So moving away from the jumpers, we next have jeans. These are Tommy Hilfiger short jeans. These are shorts, jorts. Where is jean shorts? These are vintage Tommy Hilfiger. It's got the branding here, and it's got like a little lapel type of thing on the side of the trousers as well. I've worn these quite a few times. They're a bit small for me. It says it's my size, which is 30 waist, but they fit a bit tighter than 30 waist. So yeah, I do put some wear into this. Just gotta lose a bit of weight. It's baggy. It's not tight. Yeah, it's like nice, thin, breathable denim jeans. Sticking to the denim theme, the next item is these. This is Tommy Hilfiger dungaree, jumpsuit, whatever you want to call them. I've worn it a couple of times as well. I don't put much use into this because I don't know why. It's a bit awkward. It's like thick. It's thick enough so if you're wearing the summer with a t-shirt, you're gonna get too hot, especially in the UK when it's really, really humid. But it's like thin enough if you wear it out on, and if you wear it with a jumper during the winter, you're gonna get quite cold. So it's just a bit of an awkward one. You just need, I think, spring, autumn season, I might wear this a bit more often. This was actually a very hard piece to find. I don't know why. It was so hard to find. I kept tabs on a lot of different websites. I was just scrolling through them, and then when I found one, I'm like, order. So I just ordered it. I didn't care how much it was. I think this was a bit on the pricey end, but I was looking for them. I brought them, and I'm happy. So these last pieces of items which I've brought online are all jackets. And if you know me, I have a weird obsession with buying coats and jackets. I've got so many coats and so many jackets. It's unbelievable. I don't need more, but yet here I am buying more. So to start off the coats, I have this thin polo Ralph Lauren windbreaker. It's so thin you can probably see it through the camera. Like it's translucent. It's quite baggy, quite thick. It's just the buttons on the side. It's like these weird clip-on ones. Because it's an old piece of item, it's like been damaged, so I can't open it. And if I try and force to open it, it's going to break. I've actually hardly ever worn this. As you can see, the label's still on. Yeah, like I said, I really enjoy buying coats. I think I've got almost 27 jackets in total, including all of these. I've got issues. But yeah, again, it changes the whole look of an outfit. Like you could wear a white top and blue jeans, just change your coat and you have a different look. Better to be safe than sorry, so I've got this. The next coat is this. This is Tommy Hilfiger dark blue coat, jacket. I don't know what type of coat this is. Is it a rain? It might be a raincoat. I don't know if you can tell, but it's mesh. This collar bit is quite thick because there's a hoodie. The hood is rolled inside and velcroed up. I'm not gonna take it out because I cannot be bothered. I like this. This jacket was also a Christmas gift from my sisters. They know me a bit too well, especially to buy a jacket as well. Yeah, I really like this. I've worn this quite a few times. But like I said, it's summertime and I can't really wear these. So yeah. Plus we did have lockdown and everything, so I didn't have the chance to wear a lot of these clothing out. Plus I was at uni. No, great. No. Yeah. This next jacket is probably the one that I've worn the most from all of my vintage coats and jackets. It is this Adidas quarter zip pullover coat. It's got no hood, but as you can see, the inside is quite thick and woolly, so it's very comfortable. All you do is just throw it over your head, do the zip a bit, and move, and it's quite big. I don't know what size this is. I mean, Yeah, I'm not sure what size this is. I don't think the label says either. Yeah, I don't know. But it's quite big. It is quite big. It comes past my hip. But it's just extremely easy, comfortable. You do get a bit warm, but with the winters we have over here, I'll be fine. My last item for the online brought vintage clothing is this jacket. This is a burgundy, maroon, I don't know, like a wine color. Is it a MAC coat? I'm not too sure. It's got buttons where you can button up as well as a zip. This is a Yves Saint Laurent coat. I really like this. This is like one of my favorite coats that I've brought, but I'm just too scared to wear it because it's Yves Saint Laurent. It was expensive, so I've only worn it once, and I don't want, and like the material is just, you know, the soft type of material is just a soft material, so if it rains I'm scared it's gonna mess it up. I forgot to record this. I also have this jacket, but it's a purple one, multicolored, looks kinda 80s-ish. I don't know if it's old or not, but I bought it from a vintage website. Yeah, I like it. It's a funky colour, very funky colour. I also forgot to show these. This is jewelry. It's a vintage Chanel reworked earrings. Yeah, I've got my ears pierced, both of them. So yeah, I got this. It's like a vintage Chanel. Don't know what they are, but they were reworked into earrings. Yeah, they're nice. Once I brought these and I tried them on, I don't think gold earrings suit me, so I've just stuck with the silver hoops. I think gold jewelry like rings and maybe a necklace suit me, but I don't think they look good on my ears. But hey, I worn these a couple of times, and yeah, that was it. I apologize for the change of lighting. Like I said, I forgot to record them, and that was all of the clothing I brought online. The next category is clothing and thrifted items that I've brought in person. All of the clothing that you're gonna see, I've all brought from like a kilo sale. I went to 1 kilo sale and I brought 2 kilos. To start off this next section, we have a denim oval shirt, because it's a bit too thick to wear as a shirt, so I'll call it an oval shirt. It has, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's got pink and green stripes with like some weird flower diamond pattern going all the way down the whole thing. I liked it. I haven't worn it yet. The problem with going to these thrifting kilo sale things is you have to look through everything, and there's quite a bit because every rack has something different. Everything you see is all completely different, so you have to look through everything. And I wasn't too sure about this because I don't know what to wear it with, because it's denim. If I wear it with jeans, it's gonna look weird, and I don't really have anything else but jeans. But I just said, you know what, let me buy it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? I'm excited to try and style this. We have even more winter wear. The next is this red jumper. This is Champs. This is a Champs vintage jumper, thrifted. I'm not too sure. I think Champs is a sister company of Ralph Lauren. So it's got the similar knitted pattern coming all the way down the whole jumper. I've actually worn this and I really like it. It's a thin jumper, so you don't get too hot and stuffy in it. It's extremely breathable. When I first bought it, I wasn't too sure because I've already got that dark red burgundy jumper, so I wasn't too sure, but I'm glad I brought it. The next thrifted item was this. It's a New Balance jumper, a grey jumper. You can tell it's been worn because everything's starting to crack. I don't think you can make it out on the camera, but the whole logo that's been printed on is starting to crack. Again, it's another thin jumper. I like wearing jumpers during the winter time, so yeah, it's just another one to be added to the collection. And it's a similar color to the Guess one, but this one's a bit bigger, so I could get more use from it. So whilst at the thrift shop, I thought to myself, I've got a lot of winter stuff. As you saw, it's a lot of winter. So I thought, let me go out and try and find t-shirts and tops that I could wear casually. It doesn't have to be winter, it doesn't have to be summer, it's just t-shirts. So here we are with this Nike top. It's a purple, I think it's in a purple color. It has It has some bleach stains on it, but it's not the end of the world. I think this was a running top because it writes miles ahead on it. It says it's an extra large, but it fits like a medium. It even looks like a medium on screen. So I'm glad that I brought some old vintage t-shirts. I've been looking for vintage t-shirts, but it's just nothing's really appealed to me, even online. So I was glad that I've managed to find a few, and this is one of them. This is one that I really like. It's a long sleeved t-shirt. Again, I folded off the arms a bit. It's an old school Nike t-shirt again. This isn't large, and it fits like a large. I think this might have been a baseball top because it's got a 72. Yeah, oh, right, since 1972. I don't really know what team. Original running shoe. I don't actually know. I thought it was a baseball top, but I don't know. It's on the style of a baseball t-shirt. I don't know, but yeah, I like it. It's extremely thin, lightweight, comfortable. I might even wear this as pajamas as well. My last thrifted item from the kilo sale is this. I've been trying to look for ringer t-shirts, like ringers. As you can see, like the arms and neck has a different color ring to them. So it caught my eye. I quickly grabbed it. I came home to only realize it's a football top. It's got a number at the back, and I think this is a German football team. I didn't realize. I just quickly grabbed it and went because, like I said, I was looking for a ringer shirt. So I got excited, came home, yeah, just to see it's a German football top. I'm assuming it's German. Don't quote me. So that was the last of the thrifted items. We move on to everything that I took from my dad. My dad's hand-me-down. I don't even think he handed them down to me. I literally went into his wardrobe and I'm like, oh, this looks nice. Can I keep it? He's like, yeah. Next thing you know, I think I've raided half of his wardrobe. I'm looking over there because the rack of everything that I got from him is just behind the camera. I've raided quite a bit. I've took quite a bit. So let's get started. But this whole craze of taking my dad's clothing started off with these two items. The one on my left is a Versace shirt. I think it's a vintage shirt. It looks quite old, mainly due to the random patterns on it. It's got such a weird pattern on it. It's a long sleeved black shirt. It's got large collars as well. Yeah, I haven't actually worn this fully buttoned up. I've only worn it like with a t-shirt and thrown it over something. It's quite thick. I realized that as well. This is quite thick. So this is more of like what I wear during the winter time. Summertime, it's gonna be too hot. And the other item is a plain white shirt. It's a short sleeved shirt and it's quite big. It's an XL, but it feels larger than an XL. This is a Yves Laurent white shirt. Yeah. I asked my dad if I could wear them before, and he's like, you know what? Yeah, you might as well keep them as well. I don't wear them. So I'm like, I've got no complaints here. And the rest is history. And then that's where it started. Every so often I'd go and be like, oh, I like this. Can I wear it? He's like, yeah, keep it. I need to decluster my wardrobe anyway. And then next thing you know, one night, within 15 minutes, he's like, "Mem, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take it." And then I took almost a quarter of his wardrobe. I'll be showcasing them now. As I said before, I like my jackets. I like coats. And at one point, I was trying to look for a blue jacket, like a blue puffer jacket, a vintage one. Since I don't have a blue coat, and I just thought it would be nice to add it to the collection. My dad once saw me scrolling through the websites trying to find a blue jacket. Then he was like, "Mem, I've got one." I'm like, "No way." So then he went to the bag and he took out this jacket. It's a massive puffer jacket. It's I don't know what company it was. Sparko Damon Hill jacket. Yeah, my dad still is. My dad is a huge F1 fan. He was a member during Damon Hill's time, and he just got a jacket through the mail for him. I really like this jacket. It's big, puffy, but it's really, really lightweight. So you can wear it without feeling too hot. Because sometimes jackets, you wear it, you walk around a bit, then you start feeling the heat. This isn't like that, which is why I like it a lot. It's just, I'll be advertising Damon Hill on my back, but there's a small price to pay. Everything that I'm going to be showing next are all shirts. They're all shirts. So the story had, I don't know how many, God knows how many shirts, was I went to his room to just say hi and just chill with him a bit. Then he's like, Mem, I'm trying to get rid of shirts. Do you want some? I'm like, sure. I took one, I took two, then it just didn't stop. It was one after another. He's like, take this one as well, wear this one as well, take this one. I'm like, Dad, I don't think I'm gonna wear some of these. He's like, don't worry, you'll figure something out. I'm like, okay. And here we are. I was just oncoming, I was like a buffet. So to start off with the shirts, we have this one. It's a thin shirt. I rolled up the sleeves because it's quite long and I thought it looked better with rolled up sleeves. It's just a weird funky pattern. It's a bit wrinkly because it just came out from a suitcase. I took this away with me when I went out with my friends. Yeah, it's got wooden buttons. It's quite thin, extremely breathable as well. So you can wear it with a tank top if you want, or you could just wear it as is and just open the buttons. It looks nice either way. Turns out that shirt used to be my uncle's. Yeah, I wore it once next to him and he's like, oh, is that my shirt? I'm like, I don't know. I took it from my dad's wardrobe. He's like, yeah, that was my one. He's like, oh, it looks nice on you. I'm like, thank you. We continue with this. This is one of the shirts I told him I don't think I would be wearing because it's a bit weird. But he's like, nah, just take it. It's a thin white shirt. It's satin and it's got all of these beads on them, like through the gap between the buttons. It looks cool, but I just don't know what to wear it with. And it's a bit out there. Like I can't think or imagine my dad ever wearing this, but somehow it was in his wardrobe. Continuing that, we have this one. It's again a black satin shirt, like a silk shirt. I've rolled up the sleeves for this as well. I've worn this out to London before with I think I was wearing a white vest. It looked okay to be honest. But yeah, it's got leopard print and it's got this weird bead thing. So if you tie it, once you button it all up, you button this over the neck as well. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that, so I just left it out. It's quite big as well. My dad's quite a large person, so all of his shirts are quite big. Next up, we have this. I really like this. This is an overshirt. So it's like a thick shirt that you just throw over anything. You could use it as a jacket type of thing. It's a beige color, tan beige. It's got this weird cross patch pattern in between it, like woven. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but yeah, just a solid shirt. The next shirt we have is this one. I literally wore this yesterday. It's this weird off grey, off brown. It's like in between a brown and grey colour. It's like a stone colour. That's what it is. Stone colour shirt, short sleeve. It has this weird pattern on it. Just reminds me of like the mid 2000s, you know, with like the wooden jewellery that used to come around, like that time of era. It says it's an extra large, but it fits more like a large, medium. It's quite small, but I like it. It's not too oversized. And yeah, I apologise, we still have a lot of shirts to go through. Bear with me, I'm gonna try and whiz through these. So the next one we have is this. This is a blue long sleeved shirt. It's got no collars. Each button has like 2 buttons with it, if that makes sense. So it's like it's got 2 buttonholes because each time you button it up it's 2 by 2. It's got a bit of a stain at the bottom. Don't know what it is. We could work our way around that, just tie it up or something. But yeah, I haven't worn this. There's quite a few I haven't actually worn yet. It's a nice colour. Nice colour. The next shirt is just on theme with the season. Very summery, this shirt. So yeah, as you can see, it's a weird orange and pink brown shirt with spiral patterns all going all around. I don't know if this is old. I don't think it's old. I wouldn't say it's vintage, but it's more thrifted because it's been passed down. I think it's at least 10, 20 years. Yeah, I remember seeing my dad wearing these, especially during holidays, and it's just crazy to think I've been wearing them now. So yeah, it's just funky. Next we have this shirt. This is a long sleeve shirt. It's like how do I explain it? It's like they're both grey. One's light grey, one's dark grey. So it's got light and dark grey stripes going all the way around the whole shirt. Yeah, I've worn this a couple of times. I really like it. Where even if you pair it with this, it will look alright. I want to try and roll up the sleeves as well. It's just it looks a bit formal, so you need to try and make it a bit more casual. Nice shirt. They're all nice shirts. That's the common theme. I like every single item that I've took. Next, this is a pink shirt, but it's more like a light pink. Is it? Would you say it's salmon pink? I'm not too sure, but it's a very light pink. It looks almost white on camera, but it's a nice light pink. Is baby pink a color? No, but you know what I'm on about. It's that weird whitish pink color. It's just a very light pink. I like it. I like a lot. I've worn this into London as well a couple of times. Some of these shirts I was shocked to see my dad have, because I can't ever imagine my dad wearing them. Like, I know my dad's not a big fan of pink, so for him to have a pink shirt or even have that leopard print shirt, yeah, it caught me off guard. These next couple of shirts, they're not old, but they're all, like I said, they're all just hand-me-downs, and I really like them. So here we have a short white sleeved shirt. It's got triangles, blue, reddish pink, and a black, just all around the shirt. This is George. So I think this is an Asda's brand. So this is an Asda's brand shirt. Very nice, very summery. I'm gonna be wearing this real soon. The next two, I thought I'll just lump them in together since they're both the same color. Are these two shirts? They're both purple. One's just darker than the other one. They're extremely similar as well. So this lighter one is a white and purple checkered shirt. Again, I haven't actually worn this yet, but it's about time I do since it's summer. The other one is a dark purple one. This one is also checkered, but it's got more cross-hatching type of pattern on it. It's black and dark purple. This was also short sleeve, and this is a next shirt. We're near the end, not long left now. Second to last shirt we've got is this one. It's a baby blue shirt, and it's got cross hatches all around it, pink, blue. It's a very nice summery. Again, I haven't worn this yet, so this summer I think I'm gonna start wearing most of these shirts. Yeah, there's quite a few I haven't actually worn. This is also an M&S shirt. The last two I'm gonna show together. They are these two. I put these two together because these are the ones that I wear the most. These are the most frequently worn shirts. Like, I wore this one to a Conan Gray concert not too long ago, and I wore this one like the day before going. These two shirts, for me, I think I hold them pretty dear since they have a bit more nostalgia to me. Both of these shirts, I remember my dad wearing them quite a lot whilst I was a kid. Got memories for me, innit? Like, you look through the picture album and you just see my dad wearing these two shirts. Probably that's why I just unconsciously gravitate towards them. So that's all the shirts done. I've got two last items left to show, and that's it. I don't know, I might buy more later in the future. Yeah, these two next pieces, they're both suits. Here they are. Let's start off with this one. So this one's like a khaki suit. It looks kind of browny. It's got this ribbed texture to it. Yeah, I've worn this once. I want to wear it a bit more. It's just, you know, like I said before, my dad's quite a big person, so they're huge for me. So the trousers, I need to choke them out with a belt. The other one is this one. It's just a nice grey suit with white stripes. White. It's just like a very light blue. It looks almost white. This one seems a bit more casual, which I like. So yeah, I've worn both of these before. Again, I have to choke this one out as well with a belt. I've worn these both with chunky shoes. I don't think I'm going to be trying them on. Too much of a hassle. I'll probably put pictures of me wearing them somewhere. The others, hopefully I've recorded myself trying them on. I'll put them in between the video. If not, I'm going to try and do it. If I can manage to edit it in, I'll edit it in. If not, then I apologize. So yeah, that's it. That's everything from my collection, both vintage and thrifted. It's quite a big one, probably more that I want to buy as well. Maybe a bit more summer, but maybe a bit more summer items would do. Yeah, that's that. I apologize if this is a long video. It's just seeing it. It's quite a bit. It reminded me I need to start wearing some of them a bit more. It's not that I don't like them. I like every single piece that I have. There's not one piece I don't like. Even if I said that they're a bit weird, or I don't think I'll be able to wear them, I like it. That's why I have it. That's that. So see you. Bye.